already planned on, you know, acquiring Belson Tech, which were going to develop the Hornet as the, you know, the comparable aircraft of that role, so that way there would be a Red 4 and a Blue 4 equivalent. Unfortunately, 2014 happens, the annexation of Crimea, and the Russians changed their laws, so we never got an Su-27 SM for DCS, because the Russians changed their export logs. You know the PM Makarov pistol?
Oh yeah.
There's a variant called the PV Makarov. The PM is no longer in service. The PV is an integrally suppressed PM Makarov that is used by the Russian Air Force. And because it's in service, you cannot find any information about the aircraft without it being, you cannot find out any information about the piece of equipment, even down to the spring tensioner, the fucking barrel, without getting permission from the government, in which they will probably tell you not. So they can't develop a module if you can't find out information about the pistol.
Altitude block.
Like, it is really locked down. So 51st is saying, like, oh, if we show interest financially in Red 4 fourth generation modules, there's a chance that we can get the S-27 SM back, which, you know, I'd be willing to believe, but, you know, it's a tough situation, for sure.
Well, they could even do something like, you know, the other Tiger Shock, the F-20 that never came into production, but all the information's pretty much there, not classified. They could do the Tiger, the F-20 or whatever it was that the US didn't go with, and they went with the F-16. They could, I mean, there's so many aircraft out there, dude. Like, there's things India's made, there's things Pakistan's developed, South Korea, Japan, like, they're just being stupid about it at this point.
There's a lot of things they could add. There's a lot of stuff they could add. I would prefer some modern Red 4 stuff. However, there is a theoretical chance that after the war in Ukraine, here's my belief. After the war in Ukraine, I feel like the Ukrainian government is gonna stop using any post-Soviet or Soviet-era equipment entirely, and revert to an entirely, like, Western logistics chain. In my mind, because that would make sense, geopolitically speaking. And the Ukrainians have their own derivatives of the Flanker series. And I can only imagine that they would be happy to give out information of what the fuck they've done to the Flankers to anyone who asks.
What I really want them to do is just do the experimental F5 with the ISRT and the 9X conversion. That's what I want them to do. That would be the coolest little thing to me. You know, imagine sneaking around on Growling or on a server and you're flying F5 aggressors, but you have 9X and ISRT. Like, that would just be the cat's meow to me.
Yeah, no, I agree. That would be. I would prefer that over a fucking F-35 that was developed from airshow videos. For sure.
I'm with you.
I was really looking forward to the MiG-23, but they, you know, pay raz, man. Which is sad.
Altitude. Altitude. Altitude.
Apparently the Spam was making a helicopter, and it's gonna be the H1 Whiskey, I think. Memory serves. That would have been cool as well. Are you a chopper guy by chance?
No.
Good.
Altitude.
I was a test too fast.
Splash. on Winchester. 5 kills, that's not too bad.